We are live, our first ever live stream on Black and White on Pop Culture. Hello, Mr. John Matrixx. We made it.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Of all things, we didn't do one for the Mandalorian, but we make sure we're getting one out there for Cobra Kai.
Yeah. You know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me of, remember last year we started the sports channel. It's only been a little over a year. And this kind of reminds me of us going live on that channel. We only have like 4 people that will show up.
Yeah.
Granted, we got like 600 and something subs, so hopefully, we get a few people coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've got show 7 watching right now. We've got it shared out to like 1,900 community posts right now.
Yeah, I shared it on my channel, which has 14,500 subs. Sports channel, about 67,000 subs. So
yeah.
If we get 10 people, man, that'll be good.
Oh, it'll be great. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to the 7 people that have showed up now,
8 people.
8 people. We appreciate it. it. And let me see. I don't show any comments yet.
Nope.
But I'm looking in StreamYard. So
but I'm looking at both. But remember, sports channel, nobody would comment for like 20 minutes.
I know it.
Maybe Ed bring the show up, like he used to when we had nobody following us on the sports channel.
Yeah, Eric Breen and Ed Brewer. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So Cobra Kai. I don't know what all we're going to talk about. But Cobra Kai season 3 was unbelievable.
It was epic. Epic.
I sent you a message, and what did I say about the season finale? What did I say?
Now let's back up a little bit. Remember, you watched one episode, then you went to work. Me and my wife yesterday, man, we binge watched the whole thing. Started like at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we finished like around noon. Yeah, we took a little break, went and got some coffee, whatever. And I told you, man, that last episode was probably the best moment in Karate Kid / Cobra Kai history. It was the best. I'm talking about better than movies, better than the show itself. That was epic.
I sent you a message and I said, Mr. Matrixx, I said, we just witnessed the Revenge of the Sith Empire Strikes Back of the Karate Kid universe.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, wow. This is nuts. Yeah.
I was blown away. And it's amazing, man, because this is season 3, man. You would think, all right, maybe it's going to start to slow down a little bit. This whole entire series has been damn near flawless.
Damn near flawless. And I think we both, as great as season 1 is, and season 2 is very good, this was the best season. This was the best season.
It was. Yeah. Because season 1 was really about doing nostalgia the right way. Because, even the karate tournament at the end, it was what we had saw before in the original Karate Kid, but it was a little bit different. Season 2, man, they give us this all-out brawl, like Kumite style. And it ends on like a cliffhanger. You're like, what the hell is going to happen? And then they give us this one, and I guess we'll get into spoilers eventually. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. Season 4, bring it now.
It can't get here quick enough now. Yeah.
I think I told you, man, my favorite part of this season, man, that Kreese bat story was unbelievable, man.
Dude, Martin Kove was great.
Martin Kove was
great.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
because John Kreese is the real star of this season.
Yeah, he kind of is. He really is. Martin Kove showed up, and you know what's crazy is I remember Martin Kove. Was he in the original Rocky movie?
No.
Rocky 2. He was in one of the Rocky movies.
I don't remember.
In one of, you remember the butcher job that Rocky had?
Yeah.
Martin Cove is in one of those scenes somewhere.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a bit part. I'm
gonna look up his IMDb, man, because
okay.
that's 1970.
Somebody's telling me Rambo, but I'm swear he is in one of the
he was
Rocky
in Rambo.
movies.
He was in Rambo. I want to say that he was in Delta Force with Chuck Norris, but I could be wrong.
Was he really?
I'm not really sure, but let me look at his acting credits, because I'm pretty sure. Man, Martin Cove goes all the way back to 1971. Now, Rocky came out.
Maybe it was. Yeah, well, I knew he was in Rambo.
1977.
And he played a shit ton of bad guys in TV shows.
Yeah, he's not, he wasn't in Rocky. I don't see him on there. Oh, we got some people in here.
He's got a boatload of credits. Good God.
We got people in the chat.
Colton53, what's up? He's been subscribed to the channel forever. Subscribed to my old channel, Rhodes Rants. I think he subscribed to your channel too, back in the days where we just literally talked about movies and TV shows. everything
times have changed.
Oh my God. Everything in the world was a little bit more calmer than it is right now.
Yep.
And it was great. It was great. We used to do the top 10 countdown list. Movies
every week.
Every week we had a different theme for a countdown, and it was fantastic. Timmy Tanker says Kreese looked like a final boss in a video game. His hair was badass. His hair was pretty epic. I mean, they had that Kreese hair going just perfectly.
Yeah, because I told my wife, man, when we were doing the backstory of Kreese, I was like, man, they got a guy that looks just like him, a younger version of him. And it was mainly the hairstyle. Because actually, initially, and I text Rose about this before, in the backstory, when they show the rise of Kreese, I guess you can call it, the first bad guy, everybody was saying, man, this dude is old, playing a high school student. That was actually Martin Cove's 30-year-old son playing a bully, and we actually thought he was John Kreese.
Yeah, initially, yeah.
He said something that was very, very John Kreese-like. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then we found out that Kreese is actually this pathetic busboy in the restaurant.
Right. And it's kind of I think we've sort of seen that before, where the bully is the guy that gets bullied becomes the bully, eventually. And of course, look, depending on how you feel about the whole thing, a lot of people think Daniel LaRusso is a bully. Okay.
He is, man. He is.
I think he is too. I really do. I really do. You come in, you move in on a guy's girl.
Well, he didn't really move on
immediately.
He didn't move on his girl. He really didn't. They were already broken up.
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean, he didn't even know who Johnny was on the beach.
I got to be real. I'd have probably kicked Daniel's ass over that too.
Over Elizabeth Shue, probably so.
I can tell you right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so glad to see her come back.
Me too, man. I mean, they tied up. This is something minor here, but this had bothered me. And Star Wars Theory put up a video on this. Allie breaking up with Daniel at the beginning of Karate Kid 2. We didn't see it, but we only hear it from his perspective. Man, I was like, for 30 years, man. I was like, well, actually 33 years, because I believe part 2 came out.
She's a B for leaving him for another dude.
Well, no, I was like, that is so unlike Allie. That doesn't make any sense. Why in the world would she just leave him for some football player from UCLA? It doesn't make any sense. And the way they laid this out in Cobra Kai made complete sense. Daniel, one thing he's always done is overreact.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Got him in a lot of trouble, too.
Yeah, and he got him into trouble. I mean, that's why him and Johnny are always at each other's throats, is because they really are the same person. They really, really are.
And she pointed that out. She said, you guys have much more in common than you guys realize.
And I've been saying that since season 1.
Yeah. And, of course, I actually had said we did a stream last year about Cobra Kai. And I had said I thought we were going to see a team up at the beginning of this season. Well,
You did,
yeah,
but not in the way that we thought.
not in the way we thought. Okay, they were trying to
Look for
number
Robbie.
one, track down Robbie and see what was going on there. That I will say, the Robbie thing was a little. I thought it was the weakest part of the season. Okay, I mean, I understand
because
he
there
had
was
to go
so
to jail
much
and
going
everything,
on.
but there were so many other more interesting things going on away from him. For the most part.
But
Now,
I like where I think they did that because where Robbie ends up at the end threw me off guard. I did not see that. That was like Star Wars, man. That was like the Emperor finding his new apprentice, and he got him.
So you didn't see Robbie going to Kreese coming? You didn't see that coming?
I get no. Before the season, no. But watching the season, once Kreese met him at at Juvie, I was like, he's planting the seeds. It's gonna come. But that last episode, man, I couldn't prepare for any of that happened in the last episode. That was insane.
It was great. It really was
insane.
great. Number one, all the stuff in Japan was unbelievable. It was fantastic.
Yeah. That was my wife's favorite episodes of the season, man, because Karate Kid 2 is our favorite.
Well, I love seeing Chozen back.
Man, what they did with Chozen was so great, man.
It was so good, but turning him into the teacher was really cool. Really cool. And to see him do the nose honk like he had been waiting forever.
He had been waiting for 30 years to do that.
And then for him to just start laughing and be like, I got to go to work.
Yeah. Man, Yuji is such a great actor, man. He's a really, really good actor playing Chozen.
And he kind of fell off the map a little bit. There's a movie I like out there that is a really low budget action film, and it's called Mean Guns. It's got Christopher Lambert, who played the Highlander.
Oh yeah, Christopher Lambert, yeah.
And Ice-T in it. And they go into this there's some kind of a building where all these hitmen are inside the building, and the guy that plays Chozen and Tom Matthews, who plays Tommy Jarvis and Jason Lives, they're hitman partners.
Really?
They're best friends, yeah, in this movie. And there's a big gunfight, and I mean, the movie is just nothing but a bunch of people getting shot up. But that was one of the only things I had ever seen the actor that played Chozen in outside of the Karate Kid Part 2.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of a really underrated, like, I'm not even going to call it a B movie, more like a C movie, maybe.
Yeah. I was really glad that we got to see another side of Miyagi, though. Now, Miyagi's always Mr. Miyagi, anyway, was always about defense. But you got to remember that Miyagi-Do karate goes back centuries. And back in, those feudal days, man, you had to have some offense. So it's nice to see they had a dark side. Not necessarily a dark side, but a more offensive side to Miyagi-Do. And I get why Miyagi, when I show him those secrets, because those secrets were really designed to kill. And Miyagi's not about killing anybody.
Right. I loved it. Because it was one of the reasons that when the films were out, I always sort of liked Cobra Kai, the karate style, more than I liked what Mr. Miyagi taught. It was Daniel. More aggressive. It was much more aggressive. It was much more in your face. I always liked Johnny Lawrence's fighting style more than I liked Daniel's.
Well, even Kreese says in the final episode when him and Daniel are fighting, he was like, the defensive shit ain't gonna work or something like that, he said. And then Daniel breaks out that new technique.
Exactly.
And puts Kreese on his ass.
Yeah. I loved the fact that they gave they gave it an offensive side. It really brought something extra to what was taught. To see Chozen teach it was priceless.
And it would be Chozen because he's definitely more of an offensive fighter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In some weird sort of way, I always wanted to see Chozen and Johnny Lawrence fight. I never got to see it, but I wanted to see it because they were both so damn aggressive and they had a mean streak in them. So I was like, man, that would have been a great fight to see.
I think Chozen is the better fighter. I mean, he's been studying since birth, pretty much.
Probably, yeah, I agree. Now, I never underestimate aggressiveness and meanness.
Yeah,
and Johnny might make up for some of that. I don't know, but Chozen could be, as we saw. I mean, Daniel and Chozen, it was a fight to the death.
Fight to the death, yeah.
Or was supposed to have been.
Yeah.
Real quick, Ryan Bowers is in the house. The Greg coming over from the sports channel. What's
22 people watching, man.
Yeah. Beverly Wilkinson is in the house. She said, this is not my kind of show, but I left you a like. We appreciate it.
We're definitely more in our wheelhouse doing pop culture stuff than anything else I believe we do.
Oh man. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm toying with a near daily Star Wars show on this channel.
Rhodes has been talking about that for 6 months now.
I have.
But that was before the content changed on our channels.
Yeah.
It's been longer than that then.
Yeah. The Greg said, where's the super chat button? Guys, we got to hit 1,000 subs.
Not only that, we need the watch hours.
How
4,000 watch? Dude, I think last time you asked me that, I think we had 1,000. That was it.
Wow. Even with all those podcasts, yikes.
But the thing is, pop culture in 2020, man, was so far down because there wasn't anything coming out, no news or anything. That's why you saw so many other channels changing their content. I mean, John Talks changed his content. Odin changed his content too.
SC Reviews.
Yeah, that wasn't nothing to do with entertainment. So
yeah, Jeremy said he didn't know what to do with D-Day Cobra, so
yeah,
he found a direction to take it in,
and all those channels changed political.
yeah, we all went political, and simply speaking, all of our channels grew a ton from making that change. Yeah, yeah. It's been hard to get content up even on our regular channels all of a sudden. This is my busiest time of the year. I'm finally getting that out of the way now, but Thanksgiving and Christmas, that whole stretch is a cluster.
Yeah.
For me and my business.
Yeah. But so Rhodes kept up the sports channel when I was out for like 3 days getting renovations done here. So still got it done.
And that was a scary time too, because that's when all that drama happened with my uncle. We moved my dad while you were having renovations, and I was like, how am I going to get this done? I was trying to figure it out, but I got it done. So
yeah.
Hammock Hiker. Hi, Black and White. Great channel. Appreciate you rolling through here. I want to recognize something real fast. Absolutely no political narratives in this show.
No, they make fun of it. They make fun of all of the SJW garbage.
Yep. We talked about the scene where they went in to try to
save the All Valley,
plead their case for the All Valley tournament, and Martin Cove smiling and turning around and saying, spokesperson,
telling that to Johnny.
Oh,
it's funny though, because at the end when he's fighting Daniel, he was basically like, I need to save this snowflake generation.
Oh, I know it. That told you right there exactly what we wanted to know.
Yeah. But they've done this since season 1, man. The showrunners, man, they are definitely making fun of SJWs in this show. This show is not for SJWs, man. It's not.
they have taken their jabs at the whole cancel culture thing, SJWs. The one thing I loved in the final episode was Hawk switching back to the good team.
He went from Vader to Anakin, man.
Vader to Anakin, and I loved it. I knew it was coming. I felt
they planted
it coming.
the seeds, but I really didn't see it happening this season, man, because he was just too far gone after he broke Dimitri's arm.
Right. When they got a hold of Dimitri, I said, he's about, and then they started, you could hear all the words,
all the voices,
all the voices. And I was like, they're going full Star Wars here with the voices in the head and everything. And I was like, all of a sudden the switch came, and when he took that running
when he started running, I knew he was going after the other guys. I wish they didn't actually show all the voices and just kind of let you, what is he really going to do?
Right.
But once you heard the voices, I was like, man, he's turning back to the light, man.
Game over. And I like his character because he's got a mean streak in him.
Yeah.
You know? So, man, the All Valley's going to be awesome. Yes. Are we finally going to hear what is it, Joey Esposito, or are we finally getting the best around? You're the best around. Are we finally going to get that song?
We went full 1980s, man. We got Dee Snider back. We got a Journey with Steve Perry back in this. We got well, not necessarily Phil Collins and Genesis. It was another person singing In the Air Tonight.
I got caught off guard by that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite 80s song of all time.
So that song was made so famous by Miami Vice, man. That song is epic.
Yeah, the
Miami Vice.
The series, the season finale of season 1 was where that song showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, Crockett and Tubbs heading to go off to get the drug dealers, and that song's playing.
I've been rewatching all of Miami Vice since this summer. I'm on season 5 right now, last season.
You're not done. I'm
not done yet.
I can't say nothing. I've actually watched season 1 twice now, trying to start to keep going through it. And I'm like, I'm going to go back and watch season 1 again now.
In the last 6 years, this is my second time going through all of Miami Vice again. It's a lot of episodes, folks. Each season is like 22 episodes and like 48 minutes long. So it takes a while.
Yeah, they had huge seasons back then.
Right.
Most series had, I think, 20 plus episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
What I loved is we really didn't have any, what I would consider downtime in this season. There wasn't any lulls in any episodes.
No fillers.
No filler episodes whatsoever. We did not have a Mandalorian season 2 episode 2.
Oh, that was bad.
No, worst episode of The Mandalorian I've ever seen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway, as great as I thought season 2 was, that was a god awful episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Doomcock loved that episode. I was like,
I didn't hate it, but I did think it was kind of like a waste of time because we knew where we needed to get to, and I believe they was just trying to hold us back from him actually going to meet Ahsoka. That's all it was.
Yeah, in fact, when I went back to watch season 2, I was like, wow, I totally skipped that episode and didn't miss a beat at all.
Yeah. You don't have to watch that episode.
Yeah. What does it say? May want to stop having the bottom of some of your shirts cut off. Defund ... police. I know that's not what it says, but well.
Wait, what happened?
Well, they're talking about probably like my camera shot. I don't have any way to change that.
Yeah, it's the same way with mine. The only thing you can see, if I wear the Defund Athlete shirt, it's because I'm using a 16 millimeter lens. If I got my 10 millimeter, you can see the whole thing, but it wouldn't look good on camera because you see my whole damn room.
Well, we also got to remember, like when I show the shirt, I actually raised up and show the entire shirt, you know.
I used to do that right now because this camera I have right here is an arm length away from me right now, and you
That
can't
and
see the bottom of it.
I pretty well think that the content probably leads people to believe where we stand on on issues.
I think at this
that.
point, man, we don't need to show the whole shirt because you guys know where. Actually, if you just look at the links for the shirts, you can actually see them just by clicking on them.
Yeah,
Actually,
actually,
we usually wear those shirts in the videos anyway.
When you're watching the video, if you look down, the shirts are listed down below it. You know,
right.
But so welcome in, and so besides the season finale, I loved all the Japanese stuff. It was great that they brought back the girl that he saved from the tower.
I think that was the same girl too.
Yeah,
actress, because it looks just like her.
Yeah, I think it was too. Now, look, was there some plot convenience that she just happened to be some hot shot with the car company that he was trying to save connection to?
Well, think of this, man. Remember this. Remember what Chozen said in Karate Kid 2. He knew that Miyagi was coming. Miyagi didn't tell anybody. At least we don't know. We're not for sure. But Chozen said, Okinawa, very small place. And it seems like Kumiko had all the answers, man. She had all the answers. I got to tell you, I thought she looked great. Yeah. Me and my wife was saying they made her look a little bit older than what she really is.
Yeah.
Tamlin Tamita doesn't look that old. I mean, she looked great. Don't get me wrong.
I thought she looked great.
Yeah.
I really did.
It looked like they aged her a little bit more than what I've seen her lately. Even though she's like 53, 54, something like that.
How old is Ralph Macchio now?
That dude is 59, man.
I thought he was 58 or 59.
He looks like he's 40.
And
he's always had that boyish kind of look to him.
Zabka's quite a bit younger than all of them, isn't he?
Zabka's 55. Elizabeth Shue is 57.
Wow, she looks
amazing.
Great. Wow.
Now the woman that plays Daniel's wife, man, she's younger than me. She's 42.
Yeah. Yeah, she was Sheldon's twin sister on The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And
Elizabeth Shue actually looked older in The Boys.
Yeah, she absolutely did. She did look older.
You remember what I told you after The Boys season when I text Rhodes? Remember they killed her in The Boys. I was like,
yeah,
she has time to go. She has time to go to Cobra Kai now.
she's going to the Cobra Kai,
even though she was in The Boys season 2 a little bit.
The moment he fried her, I was like, she's going to Cobra Kai.
And which leads me to this. One thing we have seen in Cobra Kai, man, they have laid out the seeds for every single season. Every single season, you're going to get somebody. Season 1, they just brought in Kreese right at the end. Okay? They kind of set the seed. Actually, they said he was dead. I was like, all right, he's dead. Johnny said he's dead. I don't know what actually made Johnny believe he was dead when he wasn't dead. And then at the end of season 2, they set up, all right, Allie's coming back. Allie was back. End of season 3. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room, man.
We got a big one.
We got a big one here. Now let's set this up.
Yeah, go ahead.
John Kreese, flashback scenes. Remember they start that special unit. And I'm watching it.
I love that backstory.
Me too. That is so great, man. And it's Kreese, another guy, and a guy with a ponytail. I was like, all right, that's Terry Silver right there.
Got to be Terry Silver.
And I think they did that on purpose to throw us off because he's the guy that gets executed. I was like, he's not Terry Silver. And I was watching that episode, King Cobra, and they actually dropped Silver's name. But I didn't know that until I watched a YouTube video and they said that the commanding officer said Silver's name. So I went back and I watched that clip. And after they execute the ponytail guy, the guy that was like freaking out, that was Terry Silver because the commanding officer says, shut up, Silver. You can barely hear it. You can hear it, but it's kind of hard to make out a little bit. He says, shut up, Silver. So Terry Silver was also kind of a coward too back then. And then Terry Silver is selected to go and fight to the death. He's the guy. But Kreese steps in and says, no, I'll go in.
Right.
And Terry Silver's not selected. And then we know what happens. And then they're liberated. And then right at the end, this is when I knew that was Terry Silver when he says, you saved my ass. Because what did Terry Silver say in Karate Kid 3? You saved my ass. You saved my life in Vietnam. I was like, that's Terry Silver. And then Kreese gets on the phone at the end and says, long time.
Right. And
Terry
I'm like,
Silver's coming back.
I'm like, Terry Silver's coming. I would assume it will be Thomas Ian Griffin.
Oh yeah, I think he is because
the
they had that reunion thing, and he was on there.
Last I saw him, he for many years, it seemed like he never aged.
Yeah,
and
but he's the same age as Ralph Macchio. He's like, actually, he's younger. I think a little younger.
People forget he played the vampire in John Carpenter's
Vampires. That movie's so good. I love that movie. I have that movie, man.
I've got it too. Yeah,
man, I love that movie.
Yeah, James Woods is so damn good in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he's coming back. But he's silver hair now. Silver, no pun intended. But his character is actually supposed to be a good 10 years or so older than Daniel anyway. So they're going to bring him back. I believe he's going to have that silver hair when he comes back. And
he was mean as hell.
Oh, yeah.
He was mean as hell. So that's going to be interesting.
He is truly the emperor to Kreese's Vader. He really is. Because he's the money man, really.
So I may... That's another battle I wanted to see. Feasibly, I might get to see Terry Silver and Johnny Lawrence fight each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be good. Too. That's going to be good. Because now, where's Mike Barnes at?
I don't know yet. I mean, look what they did with Tommy, man. You never know with Mike Barnes. They made Tommy a preacher.
That's true.
Didn't see that coming.
That's true. And oddly enough, could Mike Barnes actually switch sides?
Because he'll probably say something like
Terry
Silver and Kreese ruined my career or whatever.
Yeah, ruined my life.
That he was promised. So he may not want anything to do with them.
He might do a little side switch. I think he's starring on some soap opera.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know if we're going to see him this season because eventually, man, you'll start getting too many cooks in the kitchen. You know, they already brought back Kreese.
I would assume Allie's gone now.
I think Allie's gone because that seemed like finality with her. She served her purpose in this season.
She wrapped up some loose ends.
Yeah. And Johnny, I like that we were talking about this. I like that they didn't get Johnny and Allie back together. Johnny is at peace now. He's really into Carmen, and he even says it. He's talking to himself, Carmen, I'm ready. I want to go do this. And of course, you see Miguel all beat up. So I like that. You kind of knew that was coming anyway. They had that chemistry last season. And then he already had that dream when he was sleeping that he was with Carmen last season too. So, yeah.
Jarvis says that Mike Barnes was the best villain. What do you think?
I think he was the most aggressive villain.
I still think, to me, Kreese is on another level, man. Yeah.
Kreese
he's kind of like Vader.
Evil. He is definitely like Vader. And it's going to be so good to see him and Terry Silver back together again. And I was thinking this, man. There's so many avenues now. Now that they introduced the Kreese backstory, I can actually see them making a Kreese spinoff series for the true birth of Cobra Kai. Like they set the foundation this season.
Yeah.
You already got the actor, man, because I really like the actor that played the young John Kreese. We can really see how him and Terry Silver built up Cobra Kai.
What about a Mr. Miyagi prequel series?
I was thinking that also.
Yeah.
I was thinking that also. But the thing is, I don't know how interesting that would be because Miyagi never went back to Okinawa. Miyagi never taught anybody else, so I don't know how interesting that would be.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
if we
because
if
he
we
was
find out he did either one of those things, then it's going to break canon. You know.
I mean, it almost reminds me, we got that Obi-Wan Kenobi show coming out, and we always thought Obi-Wan, he just stayed on Tatooine, looked at Luke, not a whole lot there. Maybe that could have been some other stuff,
Yeah, well,
But
he's leaving the planet, I hear.
Yeah,
so
yeah. But Mr. Miyagi series, I don't see that happening. I don't want to see that happen. Miyagi just seems to be too peaceful, Nobody's really a threat to him, in America. Unless, we go, oh, how about this? Miyagi was in World War II. So maybe they can talk about, some of the battles he was in. Maybe he got into some fights, with some Nazis or something like that. That may seem,
right.
If they go World War II, that could actually be pretty good then.
They would have to probably do a younger him, and then the younger him would have to have flashbacks to WW2 somehow.
Yeah. But World War II seems to be the only interesting thing about Miyagi. He was in the 442nd. He got the Medal of Honor. That'd be interesting to see. But I wanted to see him actually hand-to-hand combat, karate, fighting people. But he said that he never taught anybody, though. That's the thing.
Somebody suggested in the chat that would it be possible that they would somehow get Dutch out of jail?
I was thinking that, man.
But the actor doesn't want to come back.
He didn't want to come back. That's the only reason why they put him in prison.
He quit acting.
Yeah.
In fact, he just was like, I'm done with Hollywood.
But I always thought that Dutch was the most aggressive one. He was like the Hawk of the original Cobra Kai's.
Right.
Because when he was up, remember he was picking on Daniel before the tournament, and Pat Johnson steps in. That was all Dutch, man. He was ready to go.
He was ready to throw down. Yeah. And they did a little tribute in memory of
Rob Garrison.
Rob Garrison, yeah. And he died like 6 months ago?
2019, just over a year.
Has it been over a year? Good God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his most famous line, put him in a body bag. And they actually, nobody really caught this at first when he did his cameo in Cobra Kai. He died and they literally zipped up a body bag over him. Man, these guys know how to do all these little callbacks,
Yeah.
Just like Chozen. Remember, Chozen wouldn't let Daniel have the that Miyagi artifact or whatever because he's a foreigner. But then when he's about to leave, he hands it over to him and he says, "You keep for your collection." That's a callback to Karate Kid 2.
Right.
When Kumiko throws some kind of food on the back of his shirt, he takes it off. He says, "You keep for your collection. I know you like it." And have you seen the video out there?
He was arrogant, man. He was arrogant. I loved it.
Did you actually see the video out there of him and Tamlin Tamita recreating that scene?
No.
With like some people. Oh man, it's so funny, man.
Really?
Uji and Tamlin, and Uji's like wants these guys to like recreate that scene. You gotta look at it, man.
I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
Actually, let me see if I can share my screen probably. I'm gonna find it because it's so funny, man.
Tony, are you saying Dutch is Steve McQueen's son?
I think he is.
That does sound familiar. Somebody is suggesting that Tori's dad could be Mike Barnes. That would be interesting. Man, she's got a mean streak in her. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna share my screen.
And we got one sports question, and I am going to take it. Are the Giants still racist for not drafting Dwayne Haskins? No.
That's funny, man.
No.
All right. Let's see here. Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear it?
You haven't shared anything. Do I have to bring it in?
Oh. Yeah, you got to click the thing. There you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Let me know if you can hear it. you hear it?
No.
Damn it.
Wrong mic,
Why don't you share your screen then?
I think.
Share your screen and
I don't think it'll play on mine either.
I know what I got to do. But we just got to be quiet though,
Okay, that's fine.
because you're gonna hear that echo.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. Go
Okay,
for it.
good. All right, let's go.
We love the scene in Karate Kid 2 where Chozen takes off his shirt and says, "You keep for your collection."
It's iconic
We would like you to teach us how we could do that scene ourselves.
because we're not badass, and that was very badass.
Sure.
This was 5 years ago.
A lot of work, but
Okay, first of all, you kind of have to have that swagger, right? Kind of loose, yeah. Kind of that what, right? Okay. When you say that line, it has to have that swagger to it.
Sexy?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
Tamla Tomita you're talking to.
oh yeah,
Right?
okay, I can do
Okay,
sexy.
Yeah, so you need that. The shirt, you got to flex a little. It's turn to your side and open up. Like how Superman just kind of boom. Your chest has to bulge out. Like bulge.
Like bulge.
I mean, I wouldn't. I ripped it. I mean,
I like this.
The
Is a
buttons
nice
came-
shirt.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
this-
do your buttons.
Okay. The movie would have been different again.
Yeah. Then you chest out.
Oh God.
Take that shirt off. Right? You take the. Okay.
And suck the gut in. Sucks your guts in.
Ah, I'm getting a cramp in my stomach.
My eyes are cramping up. Okay, go. You pull that shirt off. You hold it in your hand.
Urgh.
You look and you say, "You keep for your collection. I know you like it."
Keep for your collection. You're gonna like it. I know it.
You keep for your collection. I know you like. There's a laugh.
Yeah, but it's probably not the kind of laugh that you want. Never mind. Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
Grab those shirts.
Okay.
Check this out.
Shirt off. Shirt off. Shirt off. First.
Oh my God, with the buttons. What the?
You keep for your correction. I know you like.
What is it with these buttons?
You keep for your collection. I know you like.
The laugh! Come on!
Haha.
What is that? What is that walk?
Oh my god.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
The tomato hit was awesome.
Thank you.
The tomato hit, oh,
It's good.
that was one of the best tomato hits ever. After that, oof, yeah, kind of went south.
All right.
Well-
Who do you think did better?
Leave us a comment. Let us know. Me or Steve.
And be sure to find out more about our project, Awesome Asian Bad Buy.
Man,
That was funny.
he that one guy literally has never done a bench press in his life. his chest actually went in. Actually inverted. Oh man.
That was
That's
funny though.
that's really funny. Yeah. And they both turned to each other like, really? You brought two actors all the way out
Yeah.
here? can't even rip your shirts off for crying out loud.
Neither one can unbutton their shirts.
He couldn't even believe that they were like, he was like, what's up with the shirts? You can't rip the shirt off, which is like part of the effect, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was so good to see them back in the series.
It really was. Hey, Colton 53 brings up something in the chat here. Says, I don't think they ever mentioned Tori's last name, and it would explain Kreese's soft spot for her. I think they do. Tori Nichols. Nichols is her last name. I know there was some speculation. Is she related to Terry Silver? Could be possible. I mean, I don't know. But considering, that she's pretty much providing for her family, Terry Silver is a billionaire and leaving her hanging out to dry. I mean, Terry Silver is definitely sleazy.
Yeah, he's a dirtbag.
I don't know if he's that sleazy, though. I don't know. I don't think they're related. What do you think?
No, and, there's not really, I don't know if there's any indication in the flashbacks that leads you to believe that Terry Silver was necessarily supposed to be a bad guy.
No.
He was
a softie.
Right. He was plenty bad, in
Karate Kid 3.
In Karate Kid 3.
But now if you look at their situation in Vietnam, you understand why they are the way they are, man. Because why did that guy get executed? Because Kreese showed mercy.
Right. And
he got the whole squadron captured, got a man killed.
You got PTSD. They might also give us a little backstory about him in the in-between part. Maybe him and Kreese even.
That's why I was saying they could do another show. Spin-off.
They could do another show. Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10. Where do you have this bad boy?
Man. Out of 10, man, this has got to be 9.9, man. This is about as perfect as you can get to me. This is my favorite season.
Oh, it's definitely my favorite season. I'd probably give it somewhere like maybe a 9.5. My only small gripe, and it is a small gripe, is sort of the lull scenes involving Robbie being inside the jail. I felt like he should have been able to kick the crap out of those people that were giving him shit,
But I think he was trying to. One thing about Robbie, man, I don't think he's a bad kid. But
you think he was showing mercy on him? Maybe
he was showing mercy, and he was getting his ass kicked because of it. And the only way he can actually stop getting his ass kicked was to not show mercy.
He did not rat the guy out, and the other guy didn't rat him out, and there was a little bit of respect built between the two right there in that one scene.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a big thing about this here, man. I didn't really notice this until I just watched it before we went live, man. Kreese was really about to kill Johnny until Daniel came in. And then Daniel used those new techniques. And remember, Johnny looked at Daniel like, and then Daniel was like, Daniel was about to strike the death blow to Kreese. And then his daughter jumped in, said, Dad. And then he just snapped out of it. He was about to strike the death blow to Kreese. 100%. I'm pretty sure if you ask Ralph Macchio about that scene at the end, Kreese was done. He couldn't move. He was ready to strike that death blow. It wasn't going to be any honk or whatever. Kreese has been terrorizing the valley for way too long. Daniel was willing to sacrifice everything and kill Kreese. I truly believe that. What do you think?
I think it's possible. You know what? No, I don't. I think the teachings of Mr. Miyagi at the very last second, daughter or not, would have saved Kreese.
But
right
Daniel is no Miyagi, that. Man. Daniel's a hothead.
He is a hothead, but I just think that because, look, if he was to do that, then a lot of what Mr. Miyagi taught him would have been a failure. Okay. That would have been a failure of of his character, or can you imagine? Look, that if he would have struck Kreese down, then all of a sudden you've got a Jake Skywalker situation. Okay,
I'm glad they didn't do it, but I think it would have happened.
That would have been a betrayal of
but
what
no,
Daniel's
it wouldn't necessarily
was taught.
it wouldn't necessarily have been a Jake Skywalker situation, because Jake Skywalker was going to assassinate his own nephew, who didn't do anything wrong at that point.
Yeah,
Kreese is really bad.
Jake Skywalker is that term is also related to just the entire encapsulation of what Rian Johnson did to Luke's character in that entire movie. And if he kills Kreese, it is absolutely out of Daniel's character to do so.
True. I believe that. But I'm glad they put that in, though. And it
makes for interesting television. Yeah. It does.
Now, if you're Johnny, man, you realize that Johnny got put in the same headlock he got put in Karate Kid 2?
I saw
He's about to get his neck broken.
I saw it. Yeah. Yeah.
So Johnny was like, take him out, man. But remember, Johnny really didn't have anything to lose. Daniel, he has a lot to lose if he actually struck that death blow.
Pike 1302. Yes, it's Terry Silver. Terry Silver is coming in season 3.
So good.
Or season 4.
Yeah. Star Wars Theory said that Terry Silver is his favorite Karate Kid character. I can't blame him, man, because, Palpatine is my favorite character in Star Wars. Terry Silver is just like Palpatine. He manipulates the people around him, make you think he's a good guy and everything, and then bam, he shows his true colors.
Oddly enough, my favorite character is Johnny Lawrence.
Man.
And he's the all-American dude. Took the wrong turn at Albuquerque and life got off track for him. Johnny is a redemption story.
Yeah, he really is.
Look, the Karate Kid is teaching Lucasfilm how to do a proper hero's journey.
Exactly.
Because initially Johnny, when he was a kid, was a good kid, and then he went to the dark side, and then he's finally coming back after he's been beat down and went through all these trials and tribulations. Now Johnny Lawrence is rising to be a hero.
Yeah. And the thing is, if I notice a trend here in Karate Kid. The men, let's talk toxic masculinity here. The men that the kids that end up in a bad spot, they don't have a positive male role model in their life. Johnny, he had Sid. Sid is an asshole, man. His stepfather, scumbag. Wouldn't even give 1 penny to help Miguel. And then you saw that Johnny stole that thing out of Sid's house and sold it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ed Asner's a bastard in this thing.
I mean, he's a dickhead. But I love his character though, man, because he's so because he's a scumbag.
You realize how some of Johnny was shaped, and then of course Kreese's influence was even.
He's had no positive male role models.
No.
And of course, that's what woke Hollywood wants, man. They don't want, strong male characters anymore.
I love the fact that this show doesn't have to diminish men. Men can just be the good guys again. They can be the heroes. They're not scared of Ralph Macchio and William Zabka being
they're not forcing a feminist agenda.
White dudes that are actually heroes.
They're not forcing a feminist agenda in here where the woman comes in and she pushes around the men. Look at Tori, man. Tori, I really, really like her character, man. She has obstacles to overcome, but they're not trying to make her all powerful. Her home life is a wreck, a complete wreck. She didn't really want to go back to Kreese, but Kreese was, planting the seeds, went over to a house. And this is kind of, I forgot about this. That in that scene where Tori is struggling to pay the rent and her sleazy landlord is trying to I thought for a minute, man, that they were gonna go full fledged into this. I thought, man, this is a little bit too much for Cobra Kai,
Right.
to where she would exchange sexual favors with this guy, and she's supposed to be a kid. Kreese stepped in, and it shows you Kreese does have some kind of humanity in a way, because he stepped in and he put that guy in his place.
Well, it makes the villain better.
Yeah.
When
it
there's
does.
a certain amount of when there's a level of sympathy and empathy you can have towards a villain, it makes the villain better.
Yeah.
It does.
Even though Kreese did that to achieve his ultimate goal.
He still helped her out. Regardless.
He still helped her out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, even Kreese's character, if you put him in that situation, even with him being a scumbag with no ulterior motive whatsoever, I think he helps that girl out, oddly enough. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think
She
he would
may
be like,
end up like Johnny, but
even if it's to bully the guy that is bullying her, I think he would help her out. Even if there was no ulterior motive, he would walk over and be like, look, scumbag, I'll break both of your arms, you know?
Right.
You
know what else I noticed, man? I really can't equate John Kreese to Anakin Skywalker. Once Padme was gone, John Kreese, as he knew himself up to that point, was gone. He had nothing to lose, because after that, he just let his commanding officer die when he could have saved him. He's like, I'll never make that mistake again, and just knocked him down to the snakes.
Well, he did keep the death of his girlfriend from him, and that was a hot button issue at that moment, because he just found out.
You saw him drop to the ground, and then the Viet Cong, put a gun in his head, tell him to get up. You going up there?
Right.
And there was no turning back after that, man. I mean, I can see why a man would actually, turn into being John Kreese. I can see that. I mean, I was in the military. I wasn't in a situation like that, where my life is on the line, and you're captured by the Viet Cong, and you have to kill your own man just to survive. And he was in Vietnam for like 5 years? Because I think 4 years. It was like 1965 to 1969 is what they showed.
Right.
When you live a life of war, man, that is severely going to affect your mental health. And then you lose into people, the only person you love, it's going to affect you. Something
that our folks in the chat hasn't heard us say, but we used to say on our old channels. I just had to Boba Fett a motherfucker right out of the chat.
I see. Somebody's trolling?
Yeah.
I was looking on StreamYard, so.
That's what we used to say on our old channels when we had to disintegrate somebody. Sorry, John, I'm Boba Fetting a dude right out of the chat.
Thanos snapping.
Yeah, Thanos snapped his ass. But it was I give it a 9.5. It was great. Now we had the conversation. You liked Cobra Kai more than the Mandalorian.
Yes.
I liked the Mandalorian more than Cobra Kai. But
let me ask you this.
I saw two things I didn't think I would get to see. Number one, Luke return in the form that he was supposed to return for. And I got Boba Fett back. Nothing was going to trump that. Okay. This could have been, mainly because my Star Wars fandom is still larger than
I'm a bigger Star Wars fan. I really am.
Yeah.
But I have to be objective. Cobra Kai is a better made series. There's no doubt about it to me. There's no filler episodes in Cobra Kai.
Well, you got a point there. I just, at the end of the day, I still care about the Star Wars characters.
Me too. I do
more
too.
than I would care. And when I got Boba Fett back and Tamora Morrison coming back as Boba Fett, that was like, I mean, nothing was gonna beat that.
Yeah, but also,
Plus-
I think
and-
another reason why you probably feel that way is because Lucasfilm completely destroyed those characters. And when you finally get something good, you're going to get even more attached to it when it's good, I think.
It may help. It may help.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I will tell you this: nothing in Cobra Kai this season brought the same emotion of having Luke back and having Boba Fett back.
No, because
not close.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I was actually laying in my bed, me and my wife. This is like 4:30 in the morning, man. We were watching last episode of Mandalorian, and then when I saw that green lightsaber, I jumped in my bed and I said, "Holy shit!" I didn't feel that in Cobra Kai.
I right, exactly.
I didn't feel that.
Exactly.
For one thing, Cobra Kai characters have always been respected. That's a major difference. That's why I didn't get that reaction.
Absolutely. Now we should probably preface this by saying, John Favreau has absolutely been respectful to the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
The galaxy. Okay. As a creator, since he's gotten involved, at least what he has dealt with, he has been very respectful, but he loves George Lucas.
But also, as of right now, when it comes to the Mandalorian, all roads leads to the sequel trilogy.
They got to get rid of it.
They got to retcon it.
They've got to retcon it. I believe
World Between Worlds.
Well, they keep talking about what's happening is, and I know Colton's a Mandalorian fan too. Word has it, what Favreau wants to do is he's creating his own universe. We know the shows that were announced that he is over.
Favreau-verse is what we're hearing.
Yeah, right. And what he is doing is the same thing that Feige did. All of these series will tie into what's being called an in-game kind of finale.
Yeah.
And I believe that finale is going to end up being the World Between Worlds, and that's where the retcon will happen.
Yeah. Because why would Dave Filoni bring in World Between Worlds and Rebels? Because we never saw Ahsoka get killed. And before they quote unquote brought her back to life, you saw her walking away anyway. So she was already alive. So why even bring in the World Between Worlds? They got to use it.
Right. And then Thrawn's coming too.
Yeah.
So, it'll
probably happen in the Ahsoka show when they retcon the sequel trilogy.
Well, he's going to be the villain in it, I feel like. Yeah.
Thrawn? Yeah. He's definitely the villain.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's a side note. Cobra Kai is great. It is great. It's been a great 5 weeks in pop culture.
Oh, yes.
It's been a great 5 weeks.
No doubt about it, man. I don't think, because pop culture overall has been, it went woke, just like sports. I mean, it went woke before sports did.
Oh, yeah. It had about a 3-year head start. Yeah.
This last month, man, I haven't felt this good in years. Because I remember going to see The Force Awakens, man. I was so hyped when I went and saw that movie. I was like, yes. And I walked out, and I didn't say that I hated it, because I ran into a friend from college. I was like, I don't know about this movie. And I was 2 years ahead of everybody else saying that this sequel trilogy was going to be garbage.
Yep.
Because then you got The Last Jedi, and that completely changed pop culture going forward.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. The Force Awakens plummeted for me.
Folks, I'm going to tell you now, man, when we were doing those live streams on the old channels, Rhodes Rants had The Force Awakens above Terminator 2. That's how much he loved that movie.
I love The Force Awakens. I did.
It's not even in your top 50 now, right? I think you dropped it out.
Dude, it's on my Star Wars countdown. It'll be third from last.
Third from last. What was your?
Yeah, well, Last Jedi's last. Rise of Skywalker is next to last,
Yeah, I
and
think.
The Force Awakens is next.
Yeah, because I think I had. I definitely had those three movies dead last.
Yeah.
I had the Rise of Palpatine last because that just wrecked the whole entire canon, and then I had Last Jedi, then Force Awakens.
And now, as far as anything that Disney's been involved with, it's The Mandalorian. It's 8 out of the 12 episodes of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, Mandalorian is the best thing that Disney has given us, and I'm not counting the Clone Wars because that's really a spin-off of George Lucas Clone Wars anyway. It's just a continuation.
Right.
So I don't even put that into Disney Star Wars. Mandalorian is the best, and it still has some issues, but it's still the best. It's really, really good. And then you got to go Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, absolutely. Rogue One is good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Rebels. Rebels is better than Rogue One.
You want to think
Yeah, well-
about that long and hard? Is that your final answer? You want to phone a
Well,
friend?
hold on.
I'm already here.
No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
No.
But see, end of season 2 of Rebels was epic. Ahsoka and Vader. That was a really, really good episode.
I like Rebels.
Me too.
do.
I like Rebels also.
Yeah. I
too.
like the time period in which Rebels takes place.
Yeah.
That,
My favorite time period in Star Wars is actually during the Clone Wars. Because I just love Clone Wars. I love that show. And there's so much unknown stuff between Sith and A New Hope that we don't know about still.
right. What did you end up giving The Mandalorian? Just while we're here,
season?
1 to 10.
1 to 10 overall, it's really high, man. I'm gonna go 8.2 out of 10. It's really good.
I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was thinking about that at first, but
Yeah.
Cobra Kai overall as a whole, I'm gonna go. Season 1 is a 9 out of 10. Season 3, I just gave 9.9 out of 10. Season 2 was the weakest, and that was still a good 8.5. So overall, I guess Cobra Kai is like a 9.2 out of 10 as a series.
Rosvin's in the house.
Rosvin, what's up, man?
All right, don't move. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. According to Christy, is in the house.
Is my chat not moving? Because I don't see.
Okay, guys, you have been moderated
Where's
on this
Christy at?
channel. Right
'cause-
here.
Oh, there she is now. I see her. Yeah, because we don't have any mods.
Yeah. Well, we do now.
Yeah.
Rosvin was saying he didn't get a notification, and Rosvin, we're wrapping it up.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Rhodes, why you in there? Just drop me a wrench. I just put my name in there.
Okay.
Because I noticed for the longest time I wasn't a mod on the sports channel.
Well, I wasn't either. You had to mod me during the live stream.
Yeah.
I had to log out, and then whoa, Christy was way up there. What the hell? You know what?
She had been up there?
Yeah. Let's make well, she sent me a message the other day. She was in the sports stream. Remember, we saw her name come up under like this generic looking.
Yeah.
She sent me a message and said her regular username wasn't showing up in the chat, and it never did show up. I never saw it during that live stream.
That's weird.
So I don't know. I made Colton the wrench too because he's been on all 3 of our channels forever.
Okay.
So
Yep.
We got plenty of wrenches now. If we can just get 1,000 subs, can we please get 1,000 subs?
Yeah, man. I mean, I hope that we can. Hopefully, man, I would love to make videos on pop culture. I really would, man. But we actually gotten.
I would.
We've
too.
gained 16 subs since this stream has started.
Good.
So we're up to 647 subs. And we've had like 30 something people watching, man. This has been a really, really good stream.
Rosvin, The Expanse, is Thomas Jane still in that show?
I have not seen it. My
I've
wife watched the first few seasons of it.
I only watched the first episode and was like, "Oh, I may have to get into this because I'm a big Thomas Jane fan."
I couldn't get past the first episode.
You couldn't?
No, I couldn't. The same way with Westworld, I watched the first episode. I was like, I don't know if this is for me.
I know what it was. I watched it and I really liked it. But I said, you know what? I've got to be able to sit down and concentrate on this if I'm going to watch it.
And that's my problem with shows, man. If I watch the first episode and I'm not really into it, it's hard for me to actually watch it. Now, the exception is Arrow. I remember watching the first episode of Arrow. I was like, I don't know about this. And now you know how I feel about Arrow, man. Season 2 Arrow is the best season of comic book action ever.
Now, I told you. You heard it from me. I said, John, Arrow season 2 is the best season of comic book television ever created.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
The last season of Arrow was complete dog shit. It was trash.
It was dog shit really from season 4 on,
Pretty much. Season 2 though, man.
It's the Dark Knight of
it was
comic
Dark Knight level, man.
It was great. Yeah.
And I have no desire to see that new Lois and Clark show.
It looks terrible. The trailer looked terrible.
The CW has gotten so woke, man. It is so awful. Think of this, man. They kill off Arrow, the Green Arrow, and they still have two other episodes. How in the world are you going to have an Arrow show without the Green Arrow?
Because they got to introduce the women, man.
They was setting up that trash spin-off show they're supposed to have. Those last 2 episodes were awful. It's supposed to be like the Canary Show or something. I don't even know.
Bart asked if anybody is watching Yellowstone. Yes, I've seen every episode. It is currently my favorite. Well, it's my favorite non-streaming show out there. So it would be The Mandalorian, Cobra Kai, and then Yellowstone. That would be my current order that I have on series. But Yellowstone is freaking great.
I haven't seen Yellowstone.
Cole Hauser is a beast on there. He is a beast. Yeah. Let's see. Hearing John Matrixx cuss is music to my ears. That's our good friend Joe Bob Tarhill.
You know what? I think you're so used to hearing like 50 F-bombs from Rhodes. Nobody can match that level.
Not on the sports channel. Y'all are seeing
Rhodes.
a calm version of me.
How many times have you recorded a video and you said you had to re-record it because you dropped like 50 F-bombs?
But I re-recorded it.
You did re-record it. See, I don't have that problem.
I re-recorded. Dude, man, on my channel.
I know on your channel, man.
On my channel, I've had some that I was like, I might as well just not only delete it, but if there's a way to burn it. I mean, I have dropped, I would go back and watch and I would be like, there may be 74 F-bombs in this. And I've dropped the P word. I've dropped the C word. I've called some politicians.
What about that first Jacob Blake video you dropped on the sports channel? How many times you recorded that? I believe like 7 times, right?
Hey, I did one on LeBron where I was mad at him about the LA County shootings.
Yeah.
I think I recorded that 4 or 5 times, and the finished product still had like maybe 12 F-bombs in it. The one that got uploaded.
And it was still monetized.
I was so mad at LeBron. LeBron James has no idea.
I don't know if we noticed this, man. You know that we've done like 6 straight LeBron videos. I didn't even notice that until today.
Somebody brought it up. Somebody said, y'all put up 3 straight videos just to hate on LeBron, shake my head or something like that. And I answered the guy and I was like, yeah, and it's not going to stop either.
No. I just really did not notice that we had put out that many straight LeBron videos. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight, actually. our last 6 videos have been about LeBron on the sports channel.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
We went full Mike Zero, man. But that's over 2 days, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what's funny though. In all honesty, let's be honest. LeBron James knows who we are.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he does.
Absolutely, dude.
I mean, we have a big enough following.
Adam Silver and Roger Goodell absolutely have watched videos of ours.
Yeah.
There's no
Because
doubt
didn't you
about it.
say that some sports bar shows our videos in their sports bar?
Yeah, what I will tell you is there is a franchise owned, and I could say the franchise, but I'm not. It's they do, it's an eating establishment, but they play black and white sports videos
It's in Alabama, right?
and live streams in their establishment. In their establishment, but they're in the right part of the country to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so I when I heard that, I was like, that is cool, you know.
Yeah. Because at that time, man, that's when we really started exploding at the end of August. And then ever since then, man, we've been rocking and rolling. I mean, we had a pretty good December too. I ain't gonna lie. This year is off to a good start too.
Yeah,
But I'm willing to bet that LeBron probably knows who we are.
I can't imagine that he doesn't.
I can't
There's no
imagine
way.
that he doesn't.
Yeah.
If anything, there's probably at least 10 NBA players that know who we are. 10 at least. No doubt about it.
I got to tell you, I think I'm going to give you a percentage. I think 90% of the league knows who we are.
Probably so, because we were hammering their ass when the bubble came in.
Well, look, once
And LeBron was on social media too, so that's why I'm pretty sure he knows.
well, for a long period of time, I was atting him videos.
Oh, you were?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, the one where Candace Owens destroyed him. I think I added him on that video. I was adding him. Some of our biggest videos, I added LeBron James, Donald Trump, and Ted Cruz when I tweeted them out, because you know Ted Cruz has went after sports leagues.
Yeah.
Some,
I wonder if Trump has watched our videos.
no doubt. I absolutely
He's
believe
probably
that.
heard of it.
I bet Trump is a fan, if you want to know the truth.
Maybe he has a burner account and watches our videos.
We're
you know,
huge.
Yeah.
We're huge. Maybe he'll have us on the Trump News Network.
Yeah. And Kreese has put in the chat our Parlor account that she runs. You can follow us over there on Parlor as well. I really want to get this channel up and going. I really, really do, man. I really do.
I want
It's
to be
fun
able to
talking
do.
about pop culture.
I want to be able to do a video a day over here.
Yeah.
I really do.
And Cobra Kai has really reinvigorated my passion for pop culture stuff.
Well,
man.
The Mandalorian did for me.
Yeah.
It did for me. And I was like, man, I want to. Like, I can tell you, I can think of 7 different Star Wars related stories I wanted to do videos on in the last 10 days.
Yeah.
I just did not have the time to do it. I didn't.
It's rough, man, especially, you know, with the sports channel taking off, man, and that really takes precedent. Hell, we haven't really been putting videos on our channels. Not really. I think it's been like 3 days since I put up a video on my channel.
Not at all. I just hadn't had time.
I don't know if
have
I'm
not
going to be
had
able
time.
to put up a video on my channel. I said I was going to do it, but I need to go to Costco later.
I intended to do one. Joker Wonder Woman, hello.
Yes. Joker Wonder Woman, what's up?
I wanted to be able to do one on my channel today. I don't know that I'm going to get to it. I just don't think I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had my subject. I had everything. I even farted around with the idea of doing one of those old StreamYard videos where I record it in StreamYard and then just let it go, you know, to have some views up there.
Yeah. But remember that hurts you, man, when you stream.
Oh, it hurt my channel. It hurt my channel when I did that last year.
YouTube does
Absolutely.
not like you streaming a lot. That's why live stream channels really don't grow their sub count.
Right. Well, they also penalize you for recording a stream and nobody registering in during the stream.
Yeah, true.
You know, so
yeah. Stephen Bunn says more videos, guys, please. We really, really want to, man. But what else, pop culture wise, is really out there right now besides Cobra Kai?
Dude,
I mean, we could talk about Wonder Woman, but
dude, we could. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Trash.
I haven't. Everybody was like, "It's so bad,"
It's
and
trash,
I was like,
man.
and I was gonna watch it the day it came out, and then all of a sudden, YouTube videos started coming in talking about it was trash, and I was like, "What is going on here? Did Wonder Woman fall off a cliff?" And evidently it did. So I never got around to watching it.
Yeah, it's not good, man. It's not.
Now,
good.
now you said Pedro Pascal's good in it, though.
He's good, but he's good from an acting standpoint.
Right.
But
I've seen a couple of people say that. Yeah, that he was good in it. But
and what they do, he's supposed to be the bad guy, but there's no finality. It's weird at the end. It's like they kind of didn't even record the end of the movie, really. If that makes any sense without spoiling it. Because he does what he does. And then you're like, all right, can they wrap up him? And they don't. It's almost like he just vanishes in thin air.
Is WandaVision out? Is that out?
Oh, that comes out in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we do have some things we could talk about.
Yeah, well, we
comes out in a couple of weeks.
You know, worst case scenario, we could go live once or twice a week and just talk about Star Wars and whatever.
Yeah, we could. We could. This is fun, man. This is really, really fun, you know. And yeah, we don't have super chat, but we don't have to actually worry about even reading them because we don't have them.
Right, right. Well, I miss top tens. These people would eat top tens alive.
Yeah.
It's people love the interaction of because they get to contribute, you know.
Yeah, true.
So that it's always good for chats anyway when you do top tens. Any final words, John Matrixx?
I do not think so. I think that's pretty much it. I guess, you know, the NetSpit thing is Snyder Cut comes out on HBO Max in March. Besides
Suicide Squad comes out.
When does Winter Soldier and Falcon come out?
It comes out this year.
Okay.
I think.
All right, so we're gonna have some things, you know. Top Gun, man. Top Gun was supposed to come out last year. I really want to see that.
The Book of Boba Fett in December.
Yeah,
and the Mandalorian is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be in January.
Okay, yeah, because they only announced the 2020 slate, 2021 slate. So technically, if it comes out on New Year's Day, but have they even started filming? I don't think they have. Obi-Wan Kenobi is supposed to start filming in March, I think, like in a couple of months.
They're in pre-production. Cassian is rolling. It's filming.
Yeah, Cassian is filming. I mean, could you actually see, you know, Star Wars doing this kind of like a Arrowverse kind of thing where you have all these different stories and then they do this crossover event? Like a Ahsoka show and Mandalorian, if they're in the same time period.
They said anything that has got Filoni, Favreau, or one of the two involved, those characters are all going to be bleeping in and out of all these series. So odds are the Mandalorian's going to show up on Ahsoka's show. You know, well, now we know Luke's out there.
Let me ask you this here. I know we're going to be wrapping up, but the next Star Wars movie is coming out is Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Maybe
she may get
Ryan Johnson.
Because remember what happened with Benioff and Weiss.
Oh, they got trapdoored after Game of Thrones.
They left because Game of Thrones was an absolute disaster. And Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman. Honestly, Wonder Woman was probably better than Game of Thrones season 8. But that ain't saying much because Game of Thrones season 8 was absolute trash.
How was it compared to Dark Fate?
Ooh. See, also, I'm a much bigger Terminator fan. The thing is, Terminator Woke Fate was woke.
Okay.
Wonder Woman wasn't woke. And
It
I
was
know
just
that
shit.
some people may say they may have been like some toxic, some stuff they did with the men, but because that really had to do with, I would say, this stone that makes wishes.
Yeah.
But in a normal scenario, I don't think it. Oh man, you know what? Woke Fate was worse.
Okay.
It was worse
That gives me some kind of a guideline to go by, I guess.
because there was a clear agenda with that movie. That men are bad.
Yeah.
Clear agenda.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wonder Woman, I don't think had an agenda. Now Joss Whedon's Justice League.
Oh, that's a great question. Which one is worse?
Woo.
That's a great
They're
question.
both pretty bad, man.
They're both, yeah.
They're
You're
both
right
pretty
about
bad.
that.
It is Justice League level bad.
Now, you didn't like Suicide Squad.
No, Suicide Squad is better.
Okay.
It's better than Wonder Woman Part 2.
Okay, I love Suicide Squad, so
Yeah.
it was going to have to be epic to reach my Suicide Squad level. So
I just haven't seen a movie where the end of the movie isn't really an ending. That really bothers me too. In addition to all the other problems they had.
they've
Now,
already
Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman is great, but the
They've
thing
already-
is, man, honestly, you know how in Terminator Dark Fate, you see the Arnold T-800 show up at the beginning, and then it takes like an hour for him to show up again.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. They do the same thing in Wonder Woman.
Oh, God.
Wonder Woman's at the beginning, and then because that's a long movie too, man. The movie's like 2.5 hours, and you don't really see Wonder Woman for like an hour to an hour and a half. That sucks.
Joe Bob Tarhill, I will tell you this, of DC films, the worst DC movie I have ever seen is
Batman
Birds of
and Robin.
Prey. No, is Birds of Prey. Batman and Robin, to me, is better than Birds of Prey.
I haven't seen Birds of Prey. Batman and Robin was really bad.
Yeah, it's really, I think Green Lantern's better than
I haven't seen Green Lantern.
as bad as that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie
Now-
is.
Probably the worst made DC movie has to be Superman 4. But I still love Superman 4 though.
It's a masterpiece compared
I
to
love
Birds
Superman
of Prey.
4. I know it's a bad movie, man, but
That's
Christopher Reeve is Superman. Remember, I said
Yeah.
Chris Reeve Superman is the best superhero portrayal ever.
Gene Hackman's in there. John Cryer's in there. Yeah. It's epically better than Birds of Prey.
Destroy Superman.
Yeah.
Where's Dog when you need him, man?
I've probably seen, honestly, I've probably seen Superman 4 10, 15 times.
I've seen it
I mean,
1,000 times, man.
You know, seen Batman and Robin probably 10 times, you know.
I can't watch that
But
movie though.
Birds of Prey, no, it's now look, nothing is Last Jedi bad. Nothing is. We've always said that.
Rise of Palpatine.
No, I still got the Last Jedi last.
Rise of Palpatine, man.
But
It rats the whole entire canon. Last Jedi didn't rat the whole canon. It rat Luke, but hell, the Rise of Palpatine didn't do Luke any favors either. He was in one damn scene.
ooh, Birds of Prey is bad. According to Christy, said Birds of Prey is hot garbage. It is.
What would you rather watch? Birds of Prey or The Last Jedi?
Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey.
It's better than Last Jedi. Would you watch Birds
yeah.
of Prey or the Rise of Palpatine? You know what? I'm gonna say this, man. I'd rather watch Birds of Prey than the Rise of Palpatine, and I haven't even seen Birds of Prey.
I guess Birds of Prey, but it is actually if the Rise of Skywalker didn't do so much damage.
Dude, one of the worst moments in movie history is I'm Rey Skywalker. Man, I was pissed when I heard that.
Oh,
Pissed.
all right.
It's one of the worst moments in movie history, man.
Christy's got me on a mission here. Man, I feel bad. So many people have been wanting me to come on these live streams, and I just don't have time.
I know, man.
I just don't.
Like on Sunday, man, we go live on a sports channel. Then I get like a little break. Then I jump on Sports Wars.
What is this?
What is it?
She's got a tweet that says, after Leia abandoned, this is from Star Wars Facts at SW Tweets. I don't know if this is right or not. After Leia abandoned her Jedi training, she occasionally heard the voices of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda through the Force. What say you, John Matrixx?
One other thing I got a problem with.
If she cut herself off from the Force, though, she shouldn't have heard shit from nobody, right?
But the thing is, remember in the Rise of Palpatine, Luke said it was her last day of training. And she didn't even finish her last day of training. Why was that?
Supposedly because of Ben Solo and...
No, Ben Solo... I
She
think
didn't
because
want to put
I
him
think in the book it
jeopardy.
says because she was pregnant or something.
Yeah,
But she
something
had
like
one
that.
more damn day.
See, you just taught me something I didn't know. I didn't realize it was her last day.
Yeah, because in the movie, Luke said it was Leia's final day of training.
Okay, so see, I didn't even.
So I only saw that trash movie 2 times, but she
Yeah,
didn't
I've
finish
seen
her
it.
training to become a Jedi Knight. Which also is kind of stupid because why the hell is The Last Jedi called The Last Jedi when technically Leia's already a Jedi?
And look, yes, Rey is a Palpatine. Seth Savage. Rey is a Palpatine. A Palpatine won the Skywalker saga.
Yep.
I have said this a million times. A Palpatine won the Skywalker saga.
And Palpatine is my favorite
Period.
character. They ruined Palpatine in that movie.
Oh, but they tried to cover their ass by saying that was a clone. That was not the real Palpatine.
Bullshit, man. They should have just came out and said, this is a clone. But you have to listen to, what's that character's name from Lord of the Rings? Frodo's friend or what? I can't remember. But his name is Beaumont something. What kind of name is Beaumont in a Star Wars movie? That has to be one of the worst Star Wars names ever. I'm from Beaumont.
Chris Tucker's character in Jackie Brown is named Beaumont.
But anyway, he's like, because it was a horrible scene too. Poe comes in, somehow Palpatine came back, and they're like, "How did he come back?" And then Beaumont says something about, "I don't know. There's some cloning or whatever." That's not actually saying that Palpatine was a clone. That's it. Apparently in canon, it's not the real Palpatine.
It was in one of their follow-up novels or books or something about the movie that Palpatine was a clone. Yeah. And that book is technically canon. You know how Lucasfilm sequel
but that's
trilogies
a major plot point that should have been in the movie, though.
They tried the same thing with The Last Jedi. Let's try to fill in holes with a comic book and a novelization. Because that is the worst storytelling for a movie ever when you have to write reference material to explain your bad movie.
Books are supposed to fill in the little stuff, not the bit stuff.
Not big plot points. Correct.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Bart, Beaumont's hiding in the trunk. That's correct. I feel like Sam Jackson popping the trunk and popping a cap in his ass. God, I love Jack.
I'm trying to figure out that guy's name. What's his name? His name is Beaumont Ken. That is the dumbest Star Wars name ever.
And there's been some bad Star Wars names too, but that's
for the most part, a lot of Star Wars names. What's the worst Star Wars name?
There was argument out there that Jon Favreau's name in the Clone Wars pre-Vizsla was one of the worst ones ever.
Pre-Vizsla is a real cool name.
I think it's cool too.
Plus the character's awesome, by the way.
And
Rose Tico doesn't really have I don't like the name.
That doesn't make any sense
No.
in Star Wars. Rose Tico.
Finn is also a pretty dumb name. Now that we know how Han Solo got his name, that's pretty dumb that he would take that name. Even though the name Han Solo is cool, but they ruined it.
It's a
in
great
Solo.
name.
They ruined it in Solo, though. And then they make fun of him in the comics for taking that name. Man, they ruined that. Oh, God.
Christy said Ray's a dumbass name.
Ray's not necessarily really, I mean, her character's trash, but the name itself, not horrible.
DJ is terrible for Star Wars.
Yeah, DJ's
yes.
definitely, that's probably the worst. Because when I think of DJ, I think of, DJs. That's not definitely not a Star Wars name.
Right. Okay. We're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Or we'll be here for 3 more hours talking about it.
Yeah, we can go on.
Yeah.
We can go on with doing this.
Yeah, because
all
we'll
night.
go from Star Wars, and then we'll open up a can on Terminator, and then we'll be here forever.
One thing, what's the name of that creature at the beginning of Solo?
The one that he has to throw the rock through the thing to burn up.
Yeah.
That is
forgot.
actually an EU character that Ron Howard brought in.
Okay.
And I can't what is the name of that? What is the name? What was her name?
Yeah. I can tell you one of the coolest new names I like. Fennec Shan. That name is cool. It just
Well, she's a
rolls-
badass character.
She is. She is a
Yeah,
really,
she's
really good character.
badass.
In her episode last season, I was like, I don't know. But this season, I really like her.
She showed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed out. Absolutely. And very quickly,
We've been
I
saying
want-
very quickly for 15 minutes.
I want to recognize how great it was to see Katie Sackhoff get to play a live action Bo-Katan.
Yes.
Now
She was
I've been a Katie fan for 20 years because she showed up in the terrible but entertaining Halloween Resurrection 20 years ago. So and then she's just been in all kinds of nerd shit, Battlestar Galactica and all kinds of. I need to watch that series. I keep hearing it is great, but I've never watched it.
One thing, 5 minutes, man. This really, really bothers me. And there's been a lot of controversy about this. Me and you have not talked about this.
Okay.
Why the hell can't Bo-Katan take the dartsaber? She took it from Sabine in Rebels.
There is a theory that she lost Mandalore because of that. Yeah.
But at that point, the Empire had already destroyed Mandalore anyway.
But we don't know.
Yeah, it's probably
still
some
don't
kind of
know how
backstory.
We don't
But
know how
remember
Moff Gideon got it, so we got to find that out.
There's possibly a Rebels sequel too, right? I think we were hearing rumors about that.
Or is Moff Gideon saying he defeated Bo-Katan in battle?
He didn't say.
He didn't say, right.
We don't know.
There's a missing piece there.
Yeah, there's a huge missing piece.
Because
that doesn't make sense.
We'll
She can take it from Sabine, but she can't take it from Din Djarin.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
They'll fill that in.
Yeah, they got to, man, because that's a huge plot hole if they don't.
Yeah, they'll fill it in.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be on one of these spinoff series, I bet.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
And in case anybody forgot, I'm calling it. I still think Bill Burr's going to be in the series with Gina Carano. So
I think so too, man. I really
can't
enjoy
wait.
his character.
I need some more Miggs Mayfield. that is a great.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Mayfield is a pretty dumb Star Wars name.
It sounds.
It sounds stupid.
It sounds like a Marvel character. You know how they always
for
got
one thing, I know
Peter
people
Parker.
I know people with the last name Mayfield. Star Wars shouldn't feel like that.
Feel human, in other words,
Yeah.
or earthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Mids, that's a Star Wars name. Mayfield, but his character's so good though.
Oh, Seth Savage, Kathleen Kennedy is. Oh wait, we're in 2021. She's got about 4 or 5.
Last year.
About 5 months left. I think her contract expires in June or July.
Yeah.
So
I don't think she's coming back, man. She's
Can
already
you imagine
69
if
years
she
old.
does? Can you
She's
imagine if
69.
she
This is
does?
the same age that I believe that George sold the company.
They
And the way that
cannot.
Disney-
They cannot re-extend her because
No.
all of the goodwill they've got from the Mandalorian will be gone.
They would.
They will
mean,
kill every series they got coming up.
I think Favreau's gonna get the job.
I do
and
too.
I think George is really gonna be a consultant that they're gonna listen to. Because didn't George already put some input on the Mandalorian anyway?
I'm glad you brought that up. Number one, did you see him with Rosario Dawson in the behind the scenes?
Yeah, I saw that.
featurette?
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy wasn't in it anywhere.
She was not in the making of anything. I think they
not in there.
we heard
Not
rumors.
there.
We heard rumors. I think even Mike Zero even said this, that she was banned from the set of The Mandalorian.
Yep.
And it was clear as day, man, because season 1, she was in those behind the scenes interviews and stuff like that. She didn't make one single appearance.
Well, I can say this since I'm on a smaller channel now. One of my leakers is somebody that's involved with construction and set construction. Okay,
Yeah.
design. They had told me they never saw Kathleen Kennedy all
For
season
season
long.
2,
All season long.
there were rumors, man, that she was banned from the set.
Yeah, they never saw her. They saw her in season 1 a couple of times. That the one visit where George showed up, we saw pictures of that.
Remember, after The Last Jedi, man, she disappeared for the longest time. You couldn't find one interview with her.
Because I asked him when Doomcock put that video out about, and
Yeah, Doomcock had mentioned it too.
yeah, and they came back and they were like, yeah, we didn't see her all season anywhere.
I think she was banned.
And the guy also confirmed that he has literally heard Jon Favreau run his mouth about The Last Jedi on set. He told me, yeah, he hates that movie. He hates it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
good.
yeah. So anyway, all right. That's it. It has been a kick-ass stream. We covered a lot
One
of
more
bases.
thing. One more thing. I'm joking, man. Go ahead.
Damn. If this channel was monetized, this is when the super chats would start banging in.
I know, man.
This has been a great stream. I love the fact that we covered the Star Wars, Cobra Kai. Somehow Birds of Prey got mentioned. We got to trash Birds of Prey. And still, no matter what, Terminator Dark Fate and Superman 4 got brought up on a live stream like it should be. So, Seth Savage, Mace Windu to return. He's
Star Wars
coming.
theory.
He's coming in something.
Somebody said
He is coming in something. Even Star Wars gave it
somebody
away.
said The Mandalorian season 3.
Somebody did say that.
I was like, man, he'd be old as hell.
Yeah. I've
'Cause
heard.
how old was Mace Windu in Revenge of the Sith?
We don't know.
I'm gonna say he was in his 50s. So he would be in his 80s right now, because this is 20. No, we're roughly 25 years after Revenge of the Sith right now. So he could roughly be the same age as like Sam Jackson right now.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson is like 72. I mean, if you want to round it up, 75 for Mace Windu. I can see that.
Rosvin, what? What?
What did Ronson say? Where is he at?
Mace
Windu overrated.
What?
No.
Mace is in my top. Mace is in my, and I need to do an updated top 10 Star Wars characters list because
No.
Mace is in my top 10 Star Wars characters.
Take that wrench away from him.
We don't promote cancel culture on this channel.
Mace is not overrated.
I love Mace Windu.
Me too.
I'm a huge fan. I love Sam Jackson too. So
Sam Jackson is one of the greatest actors of all time.
yeah, I agree. I
He
agree.
says,
And,
I effing hate Mace Windu.
and he's in everything. I watched True Romance the other night, and Sam Jackson has got a cameo in it. So
I would like to see Mace Windu get his own spinoff show, man. A young Mace Windu.
That's what I want to see.
That's what I want to see. You know, probably somewhere around the events of episode 1, they can de-age Sam Jackson, because his de-aging in Captain Marvel was probably the best I've ever seen.
It was the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best de-aging technology I've ever seen. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Tony
agree.
Freshie says Mace almost took out Palpatine. No, George Lucas said that Mace Windu did beat Palpatine.
He had him beat.
He had him beat.
Yep.
Because he was one of the only people, him and Yoda, the only ones that can beat him. He beat him. And then Anakin steps in.
Had it not been for Anakin, Palpatine would have died right there. It was over. It was over. Yep. And that's from George. So, yeah. Mace Windu's the baddest guy in the galaxy, really and truly.
Yep.
Any final words, Mr. Matrixx?
And that was like 30 minutes ago, man. I'm done.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. You guys kick ass. Y'all showed out. All the links went out, and people found us on this little bitty channel. Today, we got to talk about something we truly enjoy, which is pop culture. We miss it badly. It's where we built ourselves on YouTube.
Yep.
So, man, we enjoy it. We enjoy it, and you got this went exactly the way most of our streams used to go. We are doing a sports stream in the morning, correct?
Yeah. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay, so that'll probably
that reminds me then.
We need to save a notification.
Yeah, we can't put out another video then.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
This I don't think because usually we go live at 9. Yeah, we already got 2 videos out today. So
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Because I was thinking about, hey, we need to get out another video. I was like,
I was too. Yeah. So that's good. I'm gonna watch something on TV tonight. I don't know what yet. I'm gonna relax.
We didn't go live last Sunday anyway.
Yeah. I need to watch Tenet. It's time I watch Tenet. It's out.
Seen it.
Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan's new movie. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Peace. We're out.
Till next time.
Till next time.